Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
I just want to point out that Obama took some time out of his busy presidential schedule on Monday. He was meeting with the royal family. He went over to the Colbert Report and did a little, reading of the news there. But then he also went over to talk to his folks at BET. Now, the president said the protests over Eric Garner and Mike Brown are necessary to trigger America's conscience so long as they are peaceful. The president said, sometimes a country's conscience has to be triggered by some inconvenience. So here he is on BET, totally disregarding the widespread rioting and looting that has taken place in some of these cities, saying that the country needs to be inconvenienced. So this is kind of like the inconvenience that he caused last year by shutting down the nation's monuments, which, of course, we saw that last year where all the vets brought the barricades there to the White House and dumped them there. That was a political decision, to inconvenience the country. So very political there. But I'm sorry, the protests completely jumped the shark for me when they decided that white people weren't allowed to put their hands up and in solidarity with the protest there. That was when it was over for me. Hashtag only Black Lives Matter. I'm done. Now, speaking of recording police in public, which is one of the main reasons why we are seeing these protests going on all over the country because of the horrendous activity by the police that's been caught on camera. Well, earlier this year, the Illinois Supreme Court overturned a draconian eavesdropping law, which would make it a felony to record public officials without their permission. Well, today, that bill is back with a vengeance. A lot of things happening today. Now, this amendment removed all of the bill's previous content, replacing it with the new ban on recording, and they passed it both House and Senate with an overwhelming majority, while citizens were busy debating on a minimum wage hike, of course, that did not pass. So they're distracting everyone with their minimum wage hike while they're passing this law that discourages people from recording conversations with police by making it unlawful to record a conversation with police or an attorney general, assistant attorney general, state's attorney, a judge. They'll make it a Class 3 felony. So basically, you'll be punished with more of a crime if you record a police officer or another public official than you would for recording a private individual, a private citizen, which is a Class 4 felony. So you're still going to get a little prison time there, but even more so if you record the police. Obviously, what is this going to do? It's going to make people incredibly fearful of recording their interactions with police officers, which, as we've seen over the last few months, is an extremely important thing for American people to be able to do to protect themselves. And of course, we need more transparency and accountability in government because that's what helps to prevent tyranny. Now, if you go to the article, it's at freethoughtproject.com. It gives you contact info for the governor to demand that he veto the amendment to this bill. So let your voice be heard and let him know that you are not happy about that. But some good news, I guess, for standing up to the nanny state. Texas lawmakers today wanted to just remind everyone that, yes, it is legal to say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah in schools without fear of repercussions. As we've seen, a lot of the protesters were saying that it was offensive for Darius Rucker, a black man, to sing White Christmas in New York. This stuff is just getting out of control. Now, coming up, Rob Dew sits down with the communications director of a health share organization. They are offering you an alternative to Obamacare.
Introducing Secret 12, the new Infowars Life vitamin B12 formulation. Most forms of vitamin B12 are highly processed and synthetic and could not be properly absorbed by the body. That's why for real results, so many are having to turn to painful B12 injections, which are known to have higher absorption rates. Now, InfowarsLife.com is excited to announce that we can bring you our most bioactive, powerful form of B12 that has been developed with our exclusive perfected process. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin. Secret 12 is simply taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Discover the secret. Secret 12. Secure your revolutionary Secret 12 formula right now at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.